in many, many discussions about costs, that differential, that distinction is made between cost effectiveness and cost efficiency. In France, and it's beginning to happen more in this country now, people actually use the word efficacy, which is a perfectly reasonable English word, but has come back to us largely from French philosophy, I gather, because it contains the idea of both efficiency and effectiveness. And that goes directly back to John Isaac's phrase about the organisation, about that level 3 unit being an operating unit and an operating unity, because the cost, there is always the risk that an operating unit will become simply a machine for controlling costs, without the awareness that gradually the cost effectiveness is slipping. And that's where there is the need for the second level people gathering up the understanding that is coming from the first level and providing that in a way that is helpful and effective and clear to people at the third level. And it goes back to the point about tiny differences. Are the people working at the first level picking up on things that are being done in such a way as a consequence of cost control that is steadily going to limit the effectiveness of that, the effectiveness of the product, and therefore the cost effectiveness overall. So again, these are they're delicate, and it's so much easier, as one sees even more clearly at level 4, it's so much easier to look in purely quantitative terms at anything, really. Put it into numbers and everybody kind of breathes a sigh of relief and says, okay, that's fine, we understand that now, we know how to control that. It's far, far harder to understand and to develop systems that can control and understand and monitor things that are not readily put into numbers. But you see the beginning of that awareness. Well, you see it to some extent in the second level, but you see it particularly at this level of practice. That just those things that are often presented as if they're very simple and straightforward, and if you have good finance systems, you're fine, are actually at risk, maybe at risk of, they're vulnerable if there isn't the appreciation of the other side of that equation, the qualitative understanding.